What is up, OWO Maniacs? And it is OWO UK back again. And here we are, the last in the Halloween franchise so far until the new one comes out. It's been a hell of a ride, and for the most part, I've really enjoyed it. So here we are, Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie 2009 film. As always, I'm going to give you like a little bit of a backstory, sort of fly through the plot, and then give you my thoughts. And that'll be it. And then we'll just wait for 2018's version to come out and see what's what. I will sort of mention that I have had a look at the sort of like replica mask for the new one, and it is absolutely amazing. Maybe you may see an unboxing of that in a while. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, it does look really good. I have found somewhere that sells proper, really good Halloween replica masks, so we'll see what happens in the future. But for now, let's get on with Halloween 2 2009. So once again, written, directed and produced by Rob Zombie, sequel to his 2007 remake of the original Halloween, and it is technically the 10th installment of the franchise. So this one picks up where the 2007 film ended and jumps ahead 1 year. Follows Laurie Strode again as she deals with the aftermath of the previous film's events. Dr. Loomis, Malcolm McDowell, who is trying to capitalise on those events by publishing a new book that chronicles everything that happens, and Michael Myers as he continues his search for Laurie so that he can reunite with her. So, like I said, the film sees the return of lead cast members from the 2007, like I've already said, Malcolm McDowell, Scout Taylor Compton comes back, and Tyler Mane, who portray Dr. Loomis, Laurie Strode, and Michael Myers, sort of respectively. So for the second one, a little bit of backstory. Zombie decided to focus more on the connection between Laurie and Michael, and the idea that they sort of share similar psychological problems. Zombie wanted the sequel to be a bit more realistic and violent than its 2007 predecessor. Don't really know how you can put that realistic in a Halloween film, but it is what it is. So for the characters of Halloween 2, it's all about change. Zombie wanted to look out how the events of the first film affected the characters and how they deal with it going forward. And he also wanted to show the connection, like I said, between Michael and Laurie, and sort of provide a glimpse into each other's psyche, as it were. Most of the filming took place in Georgia, which, is apparently gave Zombie the look he was going for. And when it came to doing the sort of musical score, he had trouble finding somewhere to include the original John Carpenter's Halloween theme music, which, although it was used throughout the original Rob Zombie remake, it was only included in like the final shot of this film. So it was officially released on August 28th, 2009, the day after my birthday, in North America, and was just absolutely panned by critics. It was just slated. On October the 30th, 2009, it was re-released in North America to coincide with, obviously, Halloween itself. So the original opening of the film grossed less than the 2007 remake, with I think it's about $7 million, and went on to earn 33.4 million in North America and 5.9 million abroad. So that gives it a worldwide total of 39.3 million, which I suppose is not brilliant, but it is what it is. So quickly go through the plot with you, and I'll take it from there. Like I say, I've made notes, so if you see me glimpsing, it's to read them, and as always, little things might come back to me as I'm going through my notes, and I'll sort of try and explain them. I should have done this in all my other videos. There are spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, you might want to go watch it and then come back. But if you're not bothered, you just want to watch this and then go watch it, that's, obviously there are slight spoilers in it. So, um, while he's having a flashback, Deborah Myers, who's Sherry Moon Zombie, like I said, Rob Zombie's wife, played his mum in the first one, visits her son, who the young Michael Myers played by Chase Wright Vanek, at Smith's Grove Sanitarium, and gives him this white horse statuette as a gift. Michael tells her that it reminds him of a dream he had of Deborah's ghost all dressed in white and telling him she was going to bring him home. Fast forward 15 years, Laurie is wandering around in shock after having shot Michael. She's literally just walking down the road with a gun in her hand, just boom, just proper out of it. Sheriff Brackett finds Laurie and takes her to the emergency room. Meanwhile, paramedics have got Annie and take her and Loomis, who are still alive, to the hospital. So, 1 year after the events of the first film, Laurie's now living with Annie and her dad, the sheriff. Michael's been missing since last Halloween, and he's presumed dead because he got shot in the face. Laurie's been having these recurring nightmares about it, which is understandable. So she's been going to therapy for her trauma, and Loomis has decided to turn the event into an opportunity to write another book based on what happened in the first film. So he's sort of going around touring that and trying to make money off of what happened. Elsewhere, Michael, who's still alive and has been having visions of his mum's ghost and a younger version of himself, who tells him it's time to bring Laurie home. So he sets off to Haddonfield. He, by this point, has got like a massive beard, long hair, and he just looks like a giant hobo, to be fair. So he's walking all the way back to Haddonfield, and Laurie starts having hallucinations that are the same as Michael's, which involve Deborah's ghost and a young Michael in a clown costume. Her hallucinations also begin to include her acting out Michael's murders. While all this is going on, like I said, Loomis is touring to promote his new book and getting criticised by the public about it, who blame him for Michael's actions and for exploiting the deaths of Michael's victims. Loomis's book is released, and Laurie finds out that she is really Angel Myers, Michael's long lost sister, and obviously it kind of hits her a bit hard, and she decides the best thing to do is just go out, get drunk, and just have a good time. So she goes to a Halloween party with Maya and two girls she's friends with, Maya and Harley, to just basically, like I said, just escape it all and just go out and have fun. Michael eventually gets to where the party is and kills Harley. Then he goes to the Brackett house and fatally wounds Annie. Laura and Maya return to the house, thinking that obviously the other one's copped off for somebody, and she's off, getting a freak on somewhere. And they find Annie, and Annie dies in Laurie's arms. Laurie and Annie do have a lot of arguments. It just occurred to me, which is understandable because obviously they both went through a hell of a lot, and they're best friends. But there is I don't know if it's just me, I kind of picked on an undertone that there's a bit more than friendship between them two, but I don't know, that could have just been me. But yeah, that they have a kind of a bit of a feisty friendship. But yeah, so I digress. So yeah, they find Annie and she dies in Laurie's arms. Michael then kills Maya and goes after Laurie, but she escapes. Sheriff Brackett comes home and finds out that his daughter's dead, and he just goes, he just loses it, which again you would. Laurie, excuse me, by this point has run off and flagged down a car, but Michael kills the driver and flips the car over with Laurie still inside. Then he grabs Laurie while she's unconscious and takes her to this abandoned shed. So the police find out where they are and surround the shed. Loomis arrives and goes inside to try and reason with Michael. He sort of gets told not to stay away, sort of thing, and then sneaks in. Inside he finds Laurie, who's hallucinating that a younger Michael is holding her down, and he's like telling her that there's nobody there, there's nobody holding you, it's you are holding yourself down. Just then Deborah appears and instructs the older Michael that it's time to go home. So Michael attacks Loomis and kills him. Now, this is where things get confusing. The version I watched ended when Loomis and Michael came crashing through the wall of this little shack. Michael stabs Loomis and then gets shot to shit by the police. Laurie walks out, picks up the knife and stands beside Loomis, and then she too gets shot by the police, and the film ends with her sat on a bed in a white corridor as her mum walks towards her with a white horse. She's just sat there grinning. I believe that is the unrated director's cut alternative ending, special edition, whatever it is. The other ending is one that I had to find on YouTube, and that is basically Michael steps in front of a body while he's holding Loomis's. It steps in front of a window, while he's holding Loomis's body. He gets shot twice by Sheriff Brackett and falls into the spikes of some farming equipment. Laurie, who's now apparently released from this vision of being pinned down, walks over, tells Michael she loves him, and then stabs him repeatedly. The shed door opens and Laurie walks out wearing Michael's mask. Later, Laurie sits in isolation in psychiatric wards, grinning at a vision of Deborah. So the grinning bit is the same, but it's the events leading to it that obviously differ. So it depends which version you watch as to which ending you get. Either way, I thought both endings were pretty good. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. I thought the action was good. The mask was awesome. It looked really weathered and showed genuine wear and tear. As I think I mentioned in my last video. Oh no, I didn't actually, but I loved the mask in the last video, the last film, too. And the build up to Michael eventually getting to Haddonfield were quite good, because obviously he's like living like a hobo, like I said, and he's sort of travelling mostly by foot, and on the way manages to pick off a few people, and one of them being like a couple of rednecks and the guy, his son and his daughter or something like that, and they're chasing after him thinking he's somebody that he's not, and they decide to give him a bit of a beating, and then he gets up and goes and does what Michael does best and kills him. His kills were definitely more brutal in this one, definitely, and he actually speaks a word in this film in the alternate ending version. As he kills Loomis, he says die. Now, my only qualm with this film, and it's not a massive one, is that he kills a dog for no reason whatsoever. Now, I've mentioned before that there seems to be a lot of dog killings in this film, and quite frankly, dog murders in horror films have to end. I'm a dog person, and I'm the sort of person that, I'll admit, I haven't watched I Am Legend, and I would rather the dog survive than Will Smith. That is just me. I'm one of those people, like, I bawled my eyes out when I first saw K9. But, I digress. That is, just one of the things that annoys me about Halloween films, that dogs always seem to cop for it when they've done nothing wrong. The thing that annoyed me the most were the visions of his mum and himself as a child. I don't feel personally like they were necessary. They didn't really add much to the plot, and in all honesty, I thought it was just a way for Rob Zombie to get his wife some major screen time. I may be wrong. There may be something to it that I'm not picking up. If there is, and you know what it is, drop a comment below and tell me. But I personally preferred the first one that Zombie did. I know I may get lynched and get a load of crap in the comments for that, but that's just my personal opinion. I personally enjoyed the first Rob Zombie remake more than this one, but that's just me. People may tell me I'm wrong, but my opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So, but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I just thought Rob Zombie's first one was better. Overall, watching all these Halloween films has been great. The only one that to me was a real disappointment was 5. But that seems to be a common thing. I mean, since doing these reviews, I've kind of found other reviews on YouTube when I posted mine, and a lot of people do seem to put down 5. I know, like I said before, Josh and Mr. Bones really enjoyed 5, or enjoyed it, but for me, it's just the weakest of the franchise. I'll reword that. It's the weakest of the sort of original Donald Pleasence era franchise. The weakest one by far is Resurrection. I was tempted to try and rate him. I'm not sure if I could, but never say never. So keep your eyes peeled. I may sort of rate them on worst to favourite, or other way around, favourite to worst. I do apologise for keeping yawning. I don't know what's come over me. But yeah, so that is it. All we need now is the new 2018 Halloween film, and see what that one's like. So that's my review of Halloween 2 2009 version. As always, please feel free to drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of it, whether you thought it was better than the original Zombie remake, whether it was worse, whether which ending it was that you saw, or whether you've seen both. Which ending do you prefer? Yeah, which ending do you prefer? And any comments basically. If you've enjoyed this series of videos, sorry, reviewing the films, then I may have something else up my sleeve. Me and Josh have been discussing something, so you'll have to keep your eyes peeled for that. As always, don't forget to go check out the main OWO channel. I'm pretty sure most of you have come here from there, so thank you. But if you're not aware of the main OWO channel, then where the hell have you been? I mention it nearly every video. Go check that out. There's 3. There's the OWO main channel, gaming channel, reaction channel, and then of course there's Mr. Bones' channel, which is that's an experience, and in a good way. I mean, the guy is just hilarious. So yeah, that is it for my review of the Halloween series as it stands, to bring on 2018's version. And once I've seen that, hopefully I get to see it in the cinemas. Fingers crossed, get to see the cinemas, and I'll do some sort of review about that. But until then, thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you very soon. Bye for now.